morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio. So today, we need to take a look at some Pokémon TCG deals, bargains, phrase it how you will, that if you're a fan of the Pokémon TCG, and frankly, if you're watching this video, you probably are. If you're not, come on in, the water's fine. You need to know about this because this stuff is awesome. And we're going to start off giving a shout out to Helmega over on Twitter. Very nice person who's helped us out a bunch of times in the past, who is informing us about this new mini tin collection, which can be found over at Costco. Now, it's a new version which is coming around for this year, and it's retailing for $38, which, to be fair, is apparently a few dollars more, maybe up to $8 more than it was last year. So this is the same kind of thing we've seen before, but now it's a little bit more expensive. I'm sorry about that. Clearly that's a less than ideal circumstance, but actually this is still a very cool product, and it's still one that I would recommend kind of highly if you're into the mini tins. And generally speaking, you're talking like $10, 2 packs, it's fine, alright? They're fine. But there's a couple particularly cool things about the mini tins. Firstly, they are particularly cool for kids. These are great for kids because they come with a little tin, and kids like keeping stuff in tins. I've got a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old at home. They all love keeping stuff in tins. I don't buy mini tins very often, but I do buy them occasionally. I have never kept a mini tin for more than about a day or two because one of my children steal it. Every single time. But it's kind of cool. They love them. The other thing is, they retail for like $10. So if you're getting 5 of them for $38, that's clearly a decent saving. Phenomenal saving? Arguable one way or the other. But that is still a decent saving. You're getting 5 for less than the price of 4, which is honestly pretty cool. For me, these are fine. I'm not a huge mini tin fan. For anyone that is a fan of the mini tins, this is an absolute no-brainer. But it's not just the mini tins that you get, it's also the 4 random cards. Now, looking at these now, these seem to be slightly cooler than normal. Because I'm looking at these, and correct me in the comment section if you disagree with me, these look like Galaxy Hollow, especially if you have a look around the edges. They don't look like your regular, ordinary, everyday, run-of-the-mill mirror hollow, just the flat hollow that we generally tend to see, and that makes these cooler. Now, we don't have perfect images, so you'll have to forgive me, but these seem to be Galaxy Hollow, and that makes them cooler. That makes them better than normal, and that's amazing. So, for that alone, it's honestly worth picking up for me. Now, in terms of which ones you get, you've got the Gyarados from Paldea Evolved with Revengeful Storm. Cannot decide if I love that attack name or it drives me crazy. And then, that's 80, but if you've got more prize cards men in your opponent, 100 more. And then 4 energy, 250 to itself. We've got the Claw from Scarlet and Violet base that does 50 damage for 2 energy or 130 plus confusion to itself for free. That is legit pretty terrible. We've got the Orthworm from Paldea Evolved that if it's got 3 or more metal energy, you gain an extra 100 HP. And for 4 energy, you do 100 plus 30 to one of your opponent's bench. This is one that's actually kind of disappointing. But I've told you about this card before, and I'll tell you again about it now. This is one of those ones that, right now, it's pretty terrible. It's hard to really defend it against being pretty gosh darn terrible. But I will tell you, there is a world where we end up with decent energy acceleration for metal decks, and this actually becomes way better. So just keep an eye on this one. Although I also need to mention, you will never find me playing this version of the card. No matter how good this card gets, you will never find me playing this version of the card, because of course, we have had an artwork rare of this Orthworm that was done by Okacheke, and it literally just looks like they said to Okacheke, hey, do June, do that, but on a card. And Okacheke went, alright, and absolutely nailed it. See, I'm clearly not playing with this version, but hey, there is a cool version out there, and that's kind of lovely. So, oh yeah, and then of course the Luxray, which is blatantly the best among them, with the ability Swelling Flash, And incidentally, this is the one we can best see that it's clearly Galaxy Hollow around the edge. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in your hand and you're behind on prizes, just bench it straight away. It's really good. You just get to flat bench it. We like this. It's really good. So he's playing Gardevoir decks. We like this card. So yeah, also from Paldea Evolved, I should mention. Decent little set of promos, and like I say, I believe they are a different holo pattern, so that actually makes them very relevant. So you got 5 mini-tins for the price of less than 4 mini-tins, and a different holo pattern on existing cards, but that makes them cooler, and frankly, I'm in. This makes me very, very happy. If you're in the US and you're anywhere near Costco, get yourself down. Things are getting exciting. But that's not the only thing you should be getting a bit excited about at the moment, because also over on Twitter, we've seen another thing which I wish I could be picking up. Lazard Bros over on Twitter has gone and shown a new Dollar General window tin. We've got Gardevoir and Blissey. And look, Gardevoir and Blissey on their own, meh, nobody really cares. Like, don't get me wrong, they're not terrible, but nobody's buying these for the Gardevoir and Blissey cards. They're not even a good Gardevoir. Nobody really cares. The reason why we are buying these, and we are getting very excited about them, is a pack selection, Sword and Shield base, Lost Origin, and Cosmic Eclipse. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. When it comes to Sword and Shield base, they're fine. Like, they're not worth a huge amount, they're not particularly sought after, they're fine. But a little bit of advice on your old pal Wassy here. They're not going to be around that much longer. Like, there are 12 main sets. 3 years, 4 sets a year, per block. Now, Sword and Shield base is obviously Sword and Shield 1. We've just seen a release of Paradox Rift, which is Scarlet and Violet 4. That is 15 sets after. That is near enough 4 years. Not quite 4 years, but near enough 4 years. How long do you really think it's going to be easy to find Sword and Shield base set just in packs and running around in stores? I'm just going to go ahead and suggest right now that maybe that's not going to be something that's going to be easy to find for very long, and that actually we should... I think we're getting to the stage where we need to start going, hang on a second, it's time to start liking these. It's time to start getting a little bit excited about Sword and Shield base sets. Because how much longer are these actually going to be findable? And like right now, they're not that difficult to find online. There are, there's listings for like 5-6 quid over on eBay. Like, they're not that difficult to find. I'm not claiming for a second that they are. There's a bunch of listings for around $5 on eBay. My point is, we are going to get to the stage in the not too distant future where that's no longer true. We are not just going to be able to go and pick up packs of Sword and Shield for like $5. And at that point, we're all going to look back on times like now and go, oh man, I really wish you'd pick them up now. Don't sit there in a few months' time going, oh man, really wish I'd taken the opportunity. No! There is an opportunity now. Take them. I'm just telling you now, Sword and Shield base is not a particularly sought-after set. It is not a particularly valuable set. It's not one that's that difficult to find. Even if you're not picking it up in products like this, like I say, you're still finding it on eBay for like $5 a pack. We are going to get to the stage in the not-too-distant future where this is harder to find, and when that happens, I want you to remember that your old pal Wassy warned you. Like, in terms of individual cards, like the top 2 cards that are like your $50 Full Art Marnie and your $30 Rainbow Rare Snorlax. Like, it's not great for singles. It's not particularly valuable as sealed now. There's nothing about this that tells you have to pick it up now. Which is why you can pick it up now. And we've seen this for years and years in the Pokémon TCG. Everybody looks at a set like this now and goes, well, it's not that good a set really, is it? And certainly now that it's rotated, it was a set that had a bunch of playable cards and those playable cards are gone. Yes, fine. However, I am convinced that this is going to be one of those sets in the future that everybody's sitting around going, oh, I wish I picked it up then. We'll pick it up now, all right? Take your time while you got it now. And then, of course, we've got the real highlight here, the real reason this caught my attention, and that is Cosmic Eclipse. And look, I don't know how much we need to talk about Cosmic Eclipse. We've talked about this a bunch in recent videos. But basically, Cosmic Eclipse is one of the very best sets that we've had pretty much ever in the Pokemon TCG. And the thing is, this keeps happening. I've been reporting on this for a couple of years now, that we've just got random packs of Cosmic Eclipse popping up in these random products. And yeah, it keeps happening, and it might keep happening for a while. But it can't keep happening forever. Cosmic Eclipse was actually the set before Sword and Shield base. It was a Final Sun and Moon set. And nobody is sitting around, I just made the argument that actually maybe Sword and Shield is not the best set ever. It was great for playability, but it's rotated. Cosmic Eclipse is one of the best sets ever. You've got your $220 Full Art Rosa, your $200 Arceus and Alga and Palkia special art. We've got your $175 Lily, your $170 Solgaleo and Lunala, and it keeps going and going and going. There are 9 cards in the set that are currently on TCG Player listed at $100 or more. It is a phenomenal set. I don't know how this set is still out there. I have no idea how this set is still turning up in products, given how great it is, how sought after it is. It makes no sense to me that this set is still out there in any way, shape, or form. But it is still out there, apparently. And that means you should be going for this as soon and as fast as possible. Because this is a set where trying to pick it up in the future is going to be a nightmare. I am 100% convinced this is going to be one of those sets that in the future is going to be just absolute nightmare to be picking up. I mean, already picking up a pack of these on eBay is not an easy thing to do. Like, the first couple of listings that come up when you look on eBay are both for more than the price of this tin. People are selling one booster pack for like $15 or more. And don't think that's just listings. The last full booster pack that sold was sold for $16.50. My point is, this is a set that people are already going crazy for. And frankly, buying these tins for Cosmic Eclipse alone is worth it. Because Cosmic Eclipse is selling on eBay for $16.50, and these tins, as you can see in the picture, are $15. So clearly it's worth it just for that. Although, usual deal here, usual warning, be careful. Don't look at them on the shelves and go, hey, Wassy told me there's definitely Cosmic Eclipse in, let's buy them all. No. Wassy told you about a report from somebody else who said that there were Cosmic Eclipse in. Wassy said, as he always does, if you're buying it purely for Cosmic Eclipse, buy one, check the pack selection, make sure they actually do have Cosmic Eclipse in, and then potentially buy more if you want to afterwards. So there we go. These are things worth getting excited about, and now it's over to you guys. Tell me if you are excited. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWassy. That's where we talk about Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. Oh, and get shout-outs on the channel, like the lovely Ray of Light, who's been a supporter of ours for a little while now and is a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.